Hey, everybody. Welcome to Lorcanarama, episode 19. We're back. And Sabrina, I missed you last week, or was it the week before? Man, it's been 3 weeks since we've been together, right?
3 weeks, I know.
3 weeks. So how was your time away?
I missed it.
Did
Glad to
you?
be back.
Oh, that makes me feel special. All right. So, yeah, tonight's a special night for us because if you can't see the title of tonight's episode, I titled it Tale from the Other Side. And I'm going to give you a backstory real quick. So for those of you who have been following the podcast or have not, back in episode 3 was I was soloing this thing, right? And then Sabrina came on as a guest in episode 3 and to tell a story. And if you have not heard that story, you should go back to episode 3 and look at it. Besides, if you saw our post tonight about tonight's episode, there's information in episode 3 that's going to help you out tonight anyways. So anyhow, Sabrina recounted a tale for us, a story, and you guys probably know how that spun off into her and I now partnering up. So tonight, as a special guest, we have somebody to tell the other side of the story. And so I'm going to welcome on Toby, Sabrina's fiancé. So Toby, welcome to Lorcanarama. I've been waiting to get you on since the beginning, and so here you are, man. So welcome. Hey, thanks for coming. Sabrina, you're going to cry at this point? Is this where the tears start welling up?
No.
You're not there yet? Okay. All right.
Not
Just
there
making
yet.
sure. Okay. So tonight, what we want to do is we're going to do our normal stuff. You know, we kind of go over some things, talk about some stuff. And then I want Toby to share his side of that story because it's to me, it's a very important story. And I would like to hear things from his perspective. And now you could take two pieces of that puzzle and put it together, right? So, but before we do, let's get up. I got to give a shout out to some folks, right? So I'm going to pull something up here. Hopefully it'll show up on the screen. Bam, there we go. You guys see these two cats in this picture right here? That's Dave and his son, Ty. Now, I met them last week. We did not do a podcast. And because I was out, I had to travel for work. And I was in the Boston area. And I did some research. And I was like, I'm going to go to some store. It was League Night for Lorcana. And I went to a place called Omar's Collectibles. I'll put their information up on the screen in just a moment. And I went there and I met these two guys and had a blast. We just sat there. We played casual Lorcana the whole night. And I was like, hey, guys, you mind if I take your picture and put it up? Just because I had such a fun time. So I wanted to give these two guys a shout out because they made that time for me so enjoyable. We played multiplayer and yeah, it was fun. I had some good laughs, had some good times, just had some talked a little bit about life. And one of the things that was neat for me was just to go to another community and see how they do things. You know, and so that was different. So Dave and Ty, I don't know if you're watching live, but Ty said he might watch it once it gets on YouTube. Put that link up to him. Thank you guys for the great time. I want to thank the store for being welcoming to us. And I would encourage you, if you're in that area, and I'm going to put their card up here real quick. Omar's World of Comics is actually in Lexington, Massachusetts. Great little store. Man, it's got like a cool bookstore. They even have a bistro there where you can like eat while you're playing. You order your food and they'll bring it up to you while you're playing. Like, that was like heaven, right? You know, and it was good food too. And so they have a electronic games like arcade set up with computers and stuff, and game store. It's the real deal, right? Now they had more Magic players playing that night. So you Lorcana players in that area, you need to get to that store and show your support for it. The thing about local game stores is, every dime we put into them keeps the lights on so you have a place to play. So, And then real quick, their contact information on the back of the card here. You guys can do a screen capture that, right? Okay. So there you go. So one other thing I want to show on here, and this is why I want to ask you guys a question real quick. So one thing they did was just they did league play where you could just accumulate points, get some points for different things. So you see on the screen, I got their little paper. When I signed up, they gave me this piece of paper, and like if you did some of these things, you got points for it, and then you accumulate those points through the year. So throughout the league, and then they'll give prizes. They also did a random prize that night, which was cool. Ty won some packs, which was pretty neat. There were 3 of us, right? So it didn't matter what happened. Ty was going to win those packs. So, that was the way I looked at it. But it was pretty neat. So what are some of the things that you guys do for league play? Because I'm curious because we're kind of going through a flux in our local store here and kind of looking for some things and ideas. So what kind of things do you guys do?
League players are pretty competitive. So for the most part, our league play is basically like play testing for whatever the next big event is.
Uh-huh.
One thing that we've run by each other a couple times is trying to do something different, like doing theme decks or monocolor decks or just kind of something to spark some creative juices. But we have yet to implement any of them.
I also all commons or all commons and uncommons like Pauper and Magic the Gathering was something we were looking into. This what Omar's doing was what was in the first packet for the league play when they
Right.
sent up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I thought was neat. I think the one thing that we do around here is it's not necessarily the tournaments that matter. It's the play testing nights, and I try to be as open as possible and let people come and actually learn how to play better if they want to.
Yep.
It's not always about that,
Cool.
but it definitely helps.
Yeah, you have to find that balance from competitive and non-competitive players. You don't want to lose them. So in honor of Omar's Collectibles tonight, we're going to give away something. So you guys can see this, right? That is a Set Champ promo Jafar. And we're going to give this away tonight because of this store. And so definitely send a thanks out to them. And the way you can obtain this is the first person who puts in the chat or on YouTube in the discussion, if we don't get it tonight, what my favorite card is, Kelsey's favorite Lorcana card, we will send you this Jafar. That's it. That's all you got to do. I asked you to watch episode 3. You'll find the answer to your question there.
Was it said?
So, what's that?
Was the card ever said?
Yes. It's been said more than once. It's been said 3 times at least.
At least 3 times.
At least 3 times throughout various episodes. So
you got to watch.
Oh yeah,
you gotta
exactly.
Watch. Yeah.
You got to watch. And if you watch,
it's not quite a deep cut, but it's a cut.
Yep. And I can tell you, if you watch episode 3, which by the way, they should, because that's the one with Sabrina on there to get the other part of this story, that card was a highlight of that episode. So that's all
awesome.
I'll say.
Awesome.
All I will say about that. So there it is, folks, right there. You want that card. It's free. If you could just put in the chat what Kelsey's favorite card is. So that's it. I want to give that card away. I don't want it. It's for whoever. So thank you to Omar's World of Comics. Shout out to those guys again for great league experience, a welcoming atmosphere. There should be more stores like you guys, and I hope you guys continue to do well. If I'm ever back up in the area again, I'll stop by and see you guys. So, alrighty, all right. So back to our stuff. How do you guys feel about our reveal season right now? I gotta ask, right? I just gotta ask. Sabrina, just straight up, the reveal season for the cards for the next set.
It's fun. It's fun to see what's going to stay. It's scary for a competitive player to lose a bunch of cards and hold on to the cards that you really liked, and they might not be around. I'm hoping for a couple cards still to be announced or something similar. because I'm definitely worried about the future of the competitive scene of what it's going to look like without some of these heavy
Yeah.
hitting cards.
Yeah. They haven't announced my favorite card being reprinted yet. So I'm on the edge of my
They have
seat.
not.
I'm
I'm
on the
with
edge
you.
of my seat,
I'm,
right?
I'm
They've
with you.
announced mine. Mine
So-
is
I'm
getting
with you.
reprinted.
And which
I'm
one
with
is that,
you.
Sabrina?
Curse Merfolk.
Oh yeah, that's my second favorite. So, yep. So, hey, Sam's in chat taking a shot, man.
We love Sam.
Yeah.
Taking a
Kid Cloud
shot.
Kicker, I think, is definitely been spoiled. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yep.
No,
so,
no, she's guessing. She's guessing Kelsey's favorite card.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
and you're referencing the conversation this weekend. Never mind.
Yeah. They're taking a jab.
Yeah, taking a jab. Okay. So, I'm going to echo what I see in the community, and maybe it's the most negative folks that are the loudest. I don't know, but you know, somehow I'm just going to say it, the sake of ticking people off. Somehow Ravensburger has taken the best part about a new set, the card reveals, and made it not exciting. And I don't know how that's happened. I should be. Somebody posted a comment. They should have made just a big ban list and just, for the new format. Part of this is people don't understand how rotation works to start off with. Right.
Sure.
They don't get it. They don't get that the environment is going to be better, not by addition, but by subtraction. You're right.
Correct.
So I'm excited to play Cusco again. If Madam M Fox goes away. So if Madam M Fox comes back, then I won't be able to play Cusco. I stopped playing Cusco because of Madam M Fox. I got tired of dropping my 5-drop and it getting smashed into by a 3-drop, So I'm excited for that. And, a little Cursed Merfolk and a little bit of my favorite card if they reprint it. I'd be a happy cat. But any cards from the new set so far that have been spoiled that have you guys' attention?
I mean, the card they spoiled today it's probably the most interesting card to me with the Max.
Yeah, I need to
one
pull
that you
that up.
play the actions from the discard.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that. I think that card's really neat. Dumbo obviously seems very powerful, and with the cards that we
The
already
new
have.
genie.
New Genie.
New Genie.
The new genie looks really cool to me. Obviously, for those of you that don't know, I love elephants. So Dumbo being a good playable card was just, made to be for me, and in purple. So
Well, Dumbo
maybe
being a card,
Kelsey can
period,
get me
right?
back into green purple.
Dumbo being a card, period. You love your elephants.
I do. I do love my elephants.
Yep.
Call Kelsey.
Kelsey's gonna disown me if I don't start playing green purple again soon.
Yeah,
I told you, Toby.
I'll
You're
carry the
kicking off
mantle.
podcast.
I'll carry the
Did-
mantle.
Did she tell you what I
So-
played for the
No,
last set champs?
no.
I never registered Diablo in 3 years, and I never played green purple. But I wanted to play my favorite card, which is Friends on the Other Side, one last time.
Yeah.
And I'm known for playing red purple. I played it in every DLC,
Mhm.
and I had to play Friends on the Other Side, so I played that. So I played green purple, a weirder list than the normal one. I was playing like some muses and more heavy on the discard package. But that's what I played in the last week was green
Nice.
purple.
Nice. I'm a traditional Emerald Amethyst guy. I'm a meta hater. That's how I build my deck. Hey, real quick, for those who might be joining us, we're giving away this card tonight. That's right. This Jafar Set Champ promo to the first person who put in the chat what my favorite card is. You can find it in episode 3. Don't leave this episode to go listen to episode 3 yet. Stay here first. Find it later. You can put it in the YouTube chat if you don't find it by tonight. But first person, nobody's done it yet. So there it is. Woo. All right. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about Emerald Amethyst, what I've seen so far. First of all, the whole subtraction thing, right? And I know I'm going to lose the bounce package. That's fine. I can live without it, because I'm not one of those that does I bounce if I can, but it's not necessary, right? But I'm pretty excited, especially with some of the new Emerald cards that have been revealed so far. Cool. I'm excited for that. Let's real quick. I wanted to highlight one other thing, and let me see if I can pull this up. There it is. Upcoming event in September, right? PPG, the Pro Play Summit in Denver. If you haven't registered for this, it's not too late. You can still register. I'm pulling this up. It is many TCGs, but what we care about here is Lorcana. Yes, there are other things you can play, but you're going to come to play Lorcana if you're listening to this podcast. I will be working that event as the head scorekeeper, so that's pretty neat. I'm excited for that. I always like working with PPG. I think a great organization. And they announced, they did announce who was doing the stream, right?
I think so.
So that's Color is Law. If you guys have not seen her stream yet, if you like heroic play, and even if you don't, you should watch it, because when you do, you're going to like playing heroic in Lorcana. And heroic is it's a kind of a take on Commander, from that game that shall not be named that Toby named earlier in the podcast, and I forgot to tell him don't name it. So, but anyways, so heroic format. So Color is Law. You should check out her stream on YouTube, and also JDZ is going to be streaming as well too. So pretty excited about that. Two great folks. I'm glad that Colors Law is getting that opportunity to kind of expand her footprint in the Lorcana community. And JDZ, he's everywhere anyway. So it's kind of cool. But yeah, if you haven't registered for this event, you should go ahead and do so. It's at the Gaylord Resort in Aurora, Colorado, which if you've not been to that place, I've not been there. And when my wife found out it was there, this became a family trip. So they're going to be enjoying that thing. That is for sure. Okay. So Toby, when Sabrina came on, and I'm going to tell folks this real quick, and then we want to kind of let you take the spotlight here with some things. So for those who don't know, I started off this stream kind of like as a solo. Wait a minute. Hold on. Is that even fair? Who answered the question?
Jake.
Hey, Jake, congratulations, man. Although you were an insider, right? So I got to stop what I'm saying, because Jake in the chat has won the Jafar. He has named my favorite card. So congratulations. My favorite card is Ring the Bell. Jake, if you shoot me a message, you just paid attention. Okay, yeah. Good job. So shoot me a message on Discord or Sabrina a message, and give me a mailing address, and I'll put this joker in the mail for you. So
good job, Jake. I'm so proud
Kelsey
of you for paying
H.
attention.
I'm Kelsey H on Discord, if you don't know. So, but okay. So back to Toby real quick. Back to the podcast, and congratulations again, Jake. Hey, that was our first giveaway, by the way. There will be more. I have more stuff. I got a mat, and I got other things to give away. But this is our first one. So Sabrina will be coming up with all the ideas to give it away. She didn't know that until now, but so.
I love
What I do to her. That's what I do to her. Smart move.
Yep. Okay. So when I started this stream, it was just me wanting to get back to the community. I wanted to focus on the community, and I kind of moseyed it. I kind of made it through a pilot episode, which, gosh, that thing's embarrassing, but I left it up just as a humbling thing, just as a thing to keep me humble. A couple episodes with some local players here who are very good players, and it was good. I was working out technical things. And then I saw a post on Facebook through a mutual friend of Sabrina and ours about an incident that occurred with Toby. I didn't know Toby at the time, and I recognized Sabrina because she and I just kind of struck up a casual friendship at the DLCs. We sat across from each other in the players meeting in Atlanta, and so we just recognized each other while I was working subsequent events, and just would say, hey, how's it going? You having a good time? Those types of conversations, right? And so when I recognized her, I thought to myself, well, gosh, this is, the story that that she had to tell, and that is Toby's story too, was very, well, folks will know. I don't know the words that can describe it, but because it involved the Lorcana community in a way, I was like, well, this is why I exist and what I want to do is stream. So I reached out to Sabrina. She came on and told that story. And there's two parts to that story. There's the happy part and there's the sad part, right? And so tonight we brought Toby on to tell that story from his perspective. And so let's start with this. So let's start with Toronto, right? So that's the happy, right? So DLC Toronto, you guys are heading up there, and Toby, I want you to tell me about that trip. Tell everybody about that trip to Toronto and why that's so special in you guys' life.
Sure. Me and Sabrina have been. I'm just going to take a little step back too. Before Toronto, me and Sabrina have been going to most of the DLCs that were going on. Toronto was one of the ones that we wanted to go to. It seemed like one of the more accessible ones that we wanted to go to, and we knew we didn't want to go to Seattle at the end of the year. It's a little too expensive for us, and we definitely were going to go to Vegas. So Toronto was in the middle. I've been engaged to Sabrina or not engaged, but I've been with Sabrina for almost 10 years now. And I was planning to propose. And I told Mike, who was our playtesting partner and the person that we drove up with, that I was going to do it on the way there. He said, why don't we stop in Niagara Falls? I said, okay. So that's when it all started. And then little bits and pieces along the way. I wasn't necessarily, all right, well, after like 30 steps at this exact point in Niagara Falls is where I was going to propose. It was kind of like building it up as I was taking the trip. So Mike was like, why don't we stop at Target real quick? And I was like, okay. He's like, why don't we get a pack for Sabrina and we'll put. I made a card for her to propose. Just called proposal because the ring that I wanted to give her didn't fit properly. So I had to give her something to represent our engagement, and I wanted to find a pack. And there's, we found a pack with an enchanted in it, and we put it in the card behind the enchanted. So
Hold on.
I was like, go ahead.
I got to ask this question, right? You
Huh?
just found a pack with an enchanted in it? You just happened to get a pack with an enchanted in it?
Well, I mean, do you really want me to say? Do you have how do you get the enchanted?
I mean, you bought a few. You bought more than one pack.
I definitely bought more than one pack, but
okay. If there's a trade secret, then just keep it to yourself.
There's a trade secret that you can get enchanted. That's why you should never buy loose packs.
Okay.
But,
let's not spoil that for everybody. You keep that, and they can pay you for that information.
Yeah.
Get in touch with Toby on the side.
Pack.
Yeah. What's that?
But yeah, we found a pack with an enchanted to say, and we put the card behind it. It was a jasmine, and when I didn't know if I wanted to do it on the New York side of Niagara Falls. I didn't know if we were going to go to the Canada side the next day. But when we walked up on the New York side, I was like, this is just the right place. And I proposed to her I gave her the pack.
Nice.
I was like, hey, babe, can you open this pack? She said, sure.
I could not open the pack. That was.
I tried to help her. It wasn't even hard to open up. I didn't reseal it or anything. It was just in the blister.
So
I don't know why she was having a difficulty, but she was. And then she was like, oh, I got an enchanted, babe. I was like, yeah, but I think there's another card in there.
That's cool.
And that's when I proposed.
So we have a picture up on the screen. I don't know if you guys can see it on the stream. So got the picture. It's a cut from a video, of you on your knee. It's pretty cool. You got down on the knee, man. That's much respect. So coming from an old school guy.
Yes. Oh, that was the more important part. She said yes. So.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember answering, though. Afterwards, I looked at him and I was like, did I say yes? Because I really didn't remember giving an answer.
That's great. And then on the next screen, next picture here, I do have the card. Sabrina gave me a picture of the card to put up, so if folks can see that. Here, I wonder.
Is this the fixed one?
I don't think so because I'm pretty sure those are the nails I had in Toronto. I'm
Okay,
pretty sure
yeah.
I sent a picture of the wrong one.
So the guy sent me a grammatical errored version of the card, and we had to get that fixed as well. So we have the ones that we used for the proposal, and we have a fixed one with
Okay.
the grammatical error
Oh, that's cool.
fixed.
Yeah, the artwork. Did he do the artwork? The guy who made the card, or did you guys
Yeah,
find this?
I think so. It was on Etsy.
Okay.
It got recommended to me to do. I had to like hide her from a post, and I made it on the Lorcana Facebook group, and I found it through that.
You gotta watch those girls, man. They know everything you're posting on social media. It's hard to hide
true.
stuff.
That's true.
So, yeah. Ah, man, that's pretty sweet. When Sabrina shared this with me back in the episode that she was on, it was pretty cool, man. I was just like, dude, Cat's got style. so yeah, that's pretty neat. Couple other pictures in here real quick. So the let me see if I can get it up here. The afterglow, right? There's the afterglow picture. So that's the look of somebody who said yes and somebody who heard yes. Right?
And she has the ring. She's wearing the ring. I put it on a necklace.
Ooh, That's cool. There you go. And then this picture here at the aquarium, it looks like.
Yeah, that was in DLC Atlanta.
DLC Atlanta. Okay, I got my pictures out of order. I had a
fine.
couple more pictures that Sabrina gave me to give as part of the story. Let me just go ahead and show these pictures real quick. I'm gonna go back. There we go. You guys said this was PAX Unplugged.
Yep.
Yeah.
Suitcase and everything. I hope that's you guys' suitcase. So
that was this year, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. And then
because the next one is the one with Jake and Danielle, and you're holding the mat. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
That was this year. Yeah, that was this year.
Did you win that, Matt?
Yeah. We went 3-0 at the Constructed.
Nice.
I won both. I top aided the first Lorcana scheduled event was at PAX, and I top aided that one, and I got the 2014 mat, and then or the 2024 mat, and then I got the 2025 one.
Okay. Yeah, I've been wanting to get that mat. We'll talk later.
I don't have it anymore. The 2024 one I do not have. That was a pretty penny that I got.
Yeah. Yeah, and when Sabrina gave me this picture, I told her, I said, "Hey, I know that guy. At least the dude in the dark jacket. I don't know where I know him from. He just looks familiar. So but yeah, it's cool.
Let's get Danielle on one day to round out the picture.
Like there's a person on there I don't know now. So
Danielle, Jake's wife.
Wife? He's married?
Yep.
You learn something new every day about.
They just knew young.
Wow. Well, congratulations. That's pretty. All right.
Our friend. I met Jake through the hobby as well, the Lorcana as well.
Yeah. Well, so I met all of y'all through Lorcana. So that's like a big shout out to the community, right? It's like this is a testament, right?
Most of my lifelong friends have come from the hobby.
That's cool. It's pretty neat. And that's one thing I like about this community is there are people, most people in this community are worth knowing and worth counting as friends. Now other communities, there's some folks like if I never see again, I'd be happy. It's just, hey, I don't know what it is. It's a different community. That's why I'm hanging around. Right. It's special, and I want it to stay that way. So
yeah, Lorcana when it first started, I felt like it was the melting pot of all the games.
Yeah, and if a lot of folks are worried about where it's going to go, I think it's still really healthy. As many missteps as it seems that Ravensburger may be making, they themselves are even young and new in this. So it's like a lot of these people who are sitting here complaining weren't around when Magic started this, right? When Wizards started this same trick, and they misstepped quite a bit. Does anybody remember the Chronicles set? Nah, we don't want to talk about that now, do we?
Right.
And so,
Right.
right. And, now people would say, well, Ravensburger should look at this history of other people's mistakes and capitalize on it. But with all due respect, they are kind of trying to pave their own path. And so I'll let them have that. But at some point, I feel they'll have it worked out, and the game is a good game. You can't knock the game, right?
Love the game.
It's a great game. I'm so
100%.
afraid they'll fumble it. I'm like, please guys, don't lose this, because it's great. So I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt and let them work through those kinks and hang in there, So I just hope others are too. Go ahead.
No, they. I mean, it's clear. I mean, there's other games out there that have been around for a lot longer, and they've had up and downs. And every time that we've had a down, they've dealt with it. People didn't like
Yeah.
Bucky, they fixed
Yeah.
it. They didn't even necessarily hear the outcry for Hiram. They still did something.
Yeah.
I don't know who was asking for Floatstone, but they did that too. But or Fortisphere, whatever it's called.
Yeah. I know what
that's
you're talking about.
And
The Cryosphere.
Floatstone
yeah,
is what it is from now on. So,
it's something. It's gone now,
Yeah.
and
it'll be back.
they're
It'll be back
a
with
puzzle
Hiram.
company. They started as a puzzle company,
Right.
and
And they still
they're
are.
making trading card games. Yeah, and
Yep.
the thing that people really don't realize is that the puzzles are selling more than the Disney product too. So
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Talking about the puzzles, I follow at least one, I think a few Lorcana like subreddits on Reddit. And all of a sudden the other day, I'm scrolling Reddit and I'm getting a whole bunch of like Ravensburger posts, but it's all about their puzzles. And I was like so thrown off because I don't do puzzles.
Uh-huh.
But
they
I
announced
guess
the
the like
Lorcana puzzles too.
yeah,
Dude,
it was
they're-
right after that. I just kept getting posts about Ravensburger puzzles.
Their puzzles are so cool and are such good quality. I got 4 of them sitting in front of me. I'm not going to show everybody, but they're like sitting in front of me for me and my family to put together that I've had now for like 6 months. And, like we went on a puzzle buying spree with them at one point.
Are they that good?
Yeah.
The quality of them is real good, and the
crazy.
pictures of them are really good too. Like I got a big Frozen one for my daughter. It's pretty cool.
You love
And I
Frozen?
like the Lorcana one coming out, and the fact that you get a promo card in it, I'm gonna buy at least one. Now, I
Sure.
do think they dropped the ball on that. I'm gonna say it because they should have done a promo of each color for each puzzle to force me to buy 6 different puzzles. Now I'm gonna just buy one. They could have had me buy 6 though. So I'm just saying, marketing, you need to take mine. You need to take note of your collectors out there. I appreciate
Max
the
would be
promo.
buying 24 of them so he could have a play set of each.
Exactly, right? That's my point. That's my point. See,
Sure.
these are little things that they need to learn. It's like, if you're going to do something like, you got to take advantage of that. You got to milk people for all they're going to give you because they might not hang around and you missed your opportunity. Just saying. You could have had 6 out of me. Gonna get one though.
And it was a promo that you already might have had.
Right.
Just
well,
another,
no, this is a
another
different.
one of that Mickey.
Yeah, this is a different though, right? Because it's the border on it's different.
Is it?
Yeah, it's set up different. The borders, it's silverish border.
I sadly saw it was Mickey and stopped looking. But,
yeah, right. How many Mickey promos can we get?
Right.
If they want to attract young people, especially young ladies to this game, you need Elsa's.
Sure. The Anna with the signature mark, I think that one was genius.
Dude, yeah.
The signature mark ones are very genius.
Dude, I can't get that one. I've been trying to get that for my daughter, and if I want to pay $200, I can get it, but I can't do that. Yeah, I miss that. That's what frustrates me is I miss everybody's down there scarfing those things and scalping them. So, and I couldn't get them. So Toronto, let's go back to Toronto real quick. So you guys, you did the proposal at DLC at Toronto. I asked Sabrina this question already, but I'm going to ask you because this is the question you naturally ask after this. Have you guys set a date yet?
No. We had some because of the events we'll be talking about later on, I assume.
Yep.
I think my life has now picking up now in the last month, for the first time since everything has happened.
So let's
But I'll
talk
get
about that. No, let's go.
Sure.
Let's go ahead. That's a good segue into it. So, I'm not going to say anything is just other than I'm going to do this lead in real quick. So we talked about the happy, but there's a tragic event that needs to be talked about. That is really what brought Sabrina and I together for episode 3. And so Toby being involved in that, just Toby, this is your story to tell. So I turn it over to you to go ahead and tell it in whatever way you need to. So the floor is yours, my friend.
Okay. I mean, from the Lorcana aspect of it, we went to Toronto. I had a great weekend. Fell short once again. That weekend went to Vegas. Fell short again. That was basically the end of our Lorcana that year. We said we weren't going to go to Seattle. Didn't make any sense for us to go to NA Continentals. We didn't get qualified. Sorry, I lost a couple games there, and we were done for the year. We always go to PAX. PAX Unplugged isn't necessarily just a Lorcana thing for us. It's a staple in our relationship. We've gone every year for the most part since we started dating. We're huge into the board gaming community, the Magic community, the whatever community when it comes to this nerd stuff. I would be a part of, and that's like the end of the year celebration of that. And I just after PAX, I work on a TikTok stream, and that's what my job is in the real world. They wanted to take a break, so that was so I was looking for a new future from PAX on to do what I wanted to do. Lo and behold, I got into a car accident. That kind of put me on a different path, so to speak. I lost my dad in the accident he was driving. He was the most important part of my life, other than Sabrina, and it's just different. Me and him were best friends. He was my partner in my life, and I lost him. And not only did I lose him, but I also lost, time. I'm losing time for myself and my family when I was severely injured on my right side of my body. My hand was messed up, and my hip, or my leg, just to make it easier. I wasn't able to walk for about a month, and then past that, I wasn't able to walk without assistance for another 2 months. So that was and it was kind of the fight that I had to get back to normal through that time. But in that time, because in this area and in the communities that I was a part of, I got really closely. They came out of the woodwork to support me, to do a GoFundMe page, to do make sure that Sabrina's okay and I'm okay, and come visit me. And we would have 15 people, 10, 15 people coming in and out of the hospitals and rehabs to see me and make sure that I'm okay. We had multiple stores, local stores. One of the stores I haven't even been to. I went there once because I knew the people from those other games. From when I started playing games, I was 10 years old competitively, and I'm 29. So there's a lot of games that I've seen rise and fall, a lot of switches, but the relationships always stayed. Talking to them, reaching out, hey, how you doing? Hey, I saw that you had this thing going on. But that's how I met one of them, is through one of those other games, and I talked, and then he was like, "Listen, I reached out to Sabrina immediately when it happened. Literally the next day, I was like, "Listen, we want to run a tournament." There was a store around here locally that wanted to do something. I never even stepped foot in the store. They wanted to do a fundraiser. A store I used to work for in Glassboro, they wanted to do a fundraiser. The locals that we go to, they did whatever they could, and it was phenomenal. what they did for us, and they just rallied behind me. And it was something special. And still to this day, I try to give back, and it's just so important to go have this community. And now, there, I fast forward to now, I can finally go out and play in these events and engage with the community. Even doing this, like the podcast, is another way that I can show my face and help the next person, and show how important it is to be supportive in the community instead of being so hateful. But that's kind of my story for that. Unless you had any questions, Kelsey.
I'm careful with questions. Something that touchy, you ask the wrong one to trigger something. I will say this though.
No way you could.
I know to my own experience, to kind of echo, and I didn't really share this whenever Sabrina did when she did her story. So the magic, I said it, dog nabbit. I'm sorry. The game that shall not be named, community.
Is that the one game we can't talk about?
Just a joke, right? It's Voldemort.
It's the game Kelsey won't talk about because he's bitter.
Yeah. So,
Okay, that's fine.
yeah, but this is going to be a non-bitter moment. Okay. So, in 2005, 2006, I moved back to Florida. And the reason that I moved back to Florida was because I was married at the time, and that marriage was falling apart. And we were trying to save it. And I have 3 kids. And for those who've listened to the podcast who know, it was their mom that just passed away, the same person that I was married to just recently. And I bring that up because the 2 most trying times in my life have been when I went through that divorce and this death. And both times, it has been the support of the gaming community that has played a pivotal role in my life, just helping me to cope while I tried to deal with it, deal with the loss of a marriage and deal with the loss of a life. And so folks, I sometimes you see folks and they make fun of gamers, nerds, or whatever you want to call them. They look down on them, right? But we all have our things that we go to that we find comfort in and that support us. And it's real, right? You found that through the Lorcana community when you went through it. I found it through the MTG community at that time and through Lorcana community most recently, which is why a community like this is worth fighting for, right? And like you said, you'll take from this experience, and it doesn't mean you're recovered fully from it, right? Because I don't think you never are recovered from the loss of a parent. I don't care what anybody says. You'll never recover from that. But you can help the next person who comes along who that might happen to, and you can say, I don't understand exactly how you're feeling, but I have been there. And this is how I dealt with it and how I cope with it. And if there's anything I can do to help you, I'm here for you. And so to hear you say that you were, kind of like, you might be able to, that just like, dude, my heart flutters when I hear stuff like that. That's, I know that's hard. It's hard and it's easy, right? It's hard to get to that point, but it's easy once you get there, so, yeah, that's all I'll say.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the most part, loss is
Yep.
loss, and
Yeah.
it's tough either, no matter what way you want to cut it. I'm not trying to say I know what you're exactly going through, but
the most precious thing you have is life.
To quote the game that shall not be speaked, until I can find one about Lorcana to say. So whenever you guys want to figure out the slogan, we'll become rich. But for Magic, it's about the gathering. It's about the gathering, and that's the most important part of any of these games. It's not just the cards. It's not just the game. Right. It's not. Every time somebody belittles that, it just shows how naive they are of of this, and it's the game isn't just a children's card game. If it wasn't, the cards wouldn't be worth as much. The time people would invest into it would be so little. Like there's so many things that could be said about a card game, that it's not just a card game.
Hey, I'll tell you this,
and
man.
that's where we're at.
Folks like to play games whether they admit it or not. When I owned a local game store, I made this arrangement with a local brewery. And I was like, hey, what about on the first Friday of every month? We come in and we have a board game night. And what we can do, see, we had this figured out, right? It got
Genius.
my folks in his brewery, and it got his brewery folks into my customer base, because they were able to kind of, that wasn't my real intention, right? But it was like we were trying to expand and get more people playing, because my thoughts were, and I was correct in this, there are some folks who would love to play a board game, but won't be caught dead walking into that local game store because of a stigma, right? And so you take it to them. And
100%.
so there are a lot of people out there that are like that are just dying to play, but won't say it because it's not cool, right? At least in their circle of friends. But the neat thing is about the Lorcana community is a lot of those stigmas aren't there that come with that.
I learned that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
When I was trying to get rid of. So like, I guess I'll give me a little bit of background on myself too. Is like I'm grinding this game. When this game first came out, I was grinding it. When I was doing when the prizes were worth it, I was grinding it. Those stitched playmats, those stitched cards, we were grinding them. But the thing about that a lot of people realize that it might be newer to getting into that side of the scene is just because you have a card or have something that's worth something, it doesn't mean anything until you get rid of it.
Right.
And I didn't realize how big Disney was. Like my coming to this game had nothing to do with Disney. It had everything to do with Sabrina and me seeing that it's another trading card game that's popular.
Mine
and
had to do with Disney.
Yeah, she was like,
she
no trading card game really resonated with her like Lorcana did because of that Disney background. I'm like, okay, whatever. She likes Disney, right? I learned that real quick, that this Disney IP is so strong. It took me. I had these people that I would just dump all my stuff to, and they didn't play a lick of Lorcana. They didn't care anything. They were just Disney collectors.
Yep.
They just wanted the stuff. They wanted the Disney stuff. And I was like, all right, well, I got all this stuff. And they're like, great, I'll come to you. I'm like, okay. It was great.
It's a side hustle.
We'll see. I mean, you said you own a game store. That's nothing but a side hustle. It's the whole grind. That it becomes your life real quickly.
Yeah.
And
I've been there. Different game.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah. But for Lorcana in the beginning, that was the Wild West.
Yeah, and like you said, that IP is so strong that to Magic players, like back in the day, you really just sold. There were some people who collected, right? But most of the time, anything you sold went to another player, or to a store, or to somebody who was going to sell to players. But like you said with Disney, there's people who could care less about the game. They just like those cards, right? They're great.
I had no idea that the Disney IP was this strong until Lorcana. Yeah, it's remarkable. The community from all aspects, like the card games, the Disney collectors. I haven't ever seen anything like it. Just the people talking about their favorite movies. It's just their songs, they're singing, they're doing all these things, and like to me, I'm like, I don't know about all this, guys. But I'm a minority in this.
Well, you can see it with the new set coming out, right? Everybody Goofy movie stuff, man. Like I've been dying for that myself. I'm like, oh yeah, So and there's others, like for me, like when Remy makes it and Ratatouille. I'm not gonna say we've arrived, but I'll be on cloud 9, right? That's just.
I know there's someone in our friend group very excited for Ratatouille to get added.
Yeah, I can't wait. The thing is, there aren't that many good songs in it, but dude, they better introduce food items, or the ability to cook something. I don't know. So, You know, something's got to. They got to have something for it. You know, rather than just the characters. You got to catch that flavor of it, right? So
To
literally.
that
Need a little
side
rat
of it,
to play Lorcana for you.
What's that?
Need a little rat to sit on your head
yeah,
and
you
play
need the
Lorcana for you.
I have
pull
him.
your.
I have him. I just never have him. I just never have him on the stream. I got him. Yeah.
The one thing that resonated with me, though I'm like being so cold about it, I was so happy to see Treasure Planet so early on in the Disney Lorcana game, because that's
Yep.
not necessarily one of the bigger movies. It's even recognized as a failure for the most part. Like they had a second movie they wanted to release, and they had all this big thing, but it came out the same weekend as like Star Wars or something like that, and it was like, oh, that it just can't do well. And I saw it so early, and I was like, "Oh, this is my favorite Disney movie." Like, and Sabrina never watched it. I was like, "Oh, we got to watch it." So there was a time here where we were just bouncing back and forth through all these old classic
Yep.
Disney movies, and I'm glad that they're doing some of those kind of obscure-looking Disney movies and bringing them up with this new look.
I'm one of
Because the
those people.
artwork is great.
Yep. I'm one of those people. I had never seen Treasure Planet. I went and watched it. I had never seen what's the one with is it Big Hero 6? Is that the name of it?
Big Hero 6, yeah.
I had never seen
That's
that.
Jake's favorite.
Yeah.
That's Jake's favorite.
Yeah, and so yeah, I'd never seen that. You know, I went back and watched some movies I hadn't seen. Like I saw Hercules in the theater when it came out, and then I have never seen it since.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
It's
and so
good.
now
And
I
when
go
you go back
watch
and you
it.
see the little things.
Yeah, that's and like
Those are all
especially
the
when you see
movies
them on the
Toby made
card,
me
I'm like,
watch.
oh yeah, cool. You know.
Yeah,
So,
it's funny. The reason why I'm laughing is because I made Sabrina literally watch these movies that you're saying: Big Hero 6,
yeah,
Hercules,
I had
Treasure
seen Big
Planet.
Hero
Yeah.
But yeah, we and the other one I mean, it's a newer movie. Like obviously they're going to do Frozen, but I didn't necessarily know how big Zootopia was either. That one,
yeah.
between Treasure
That was
Planet and
another one I watched
Zootopia,
for
are
the
my
first
two
time.
favorites.
Yeah, another one I watched for the first time. So there's these treasures of movies out there that Disney should thank this game because it welled up at least one new fan. So you know, me, and I'm sure there are many others. You know, so yeah, it's pretty neat. They got it. They've got a lot of things working in their favor, and you know, which is where's a lot of the excitement comes from. And again, we go back to they're new. That you know, you worry about them fumbling it, but there's a lot of like what's the way to explain it? You know, like when you go bowling and you put the bumper rails up so you don't hit the gutter, right? They got a lot of bumper rails up that are protecting them right now, and so that's good. And that may be just what's needed since they are a new company finding their way in this. I say not a new company, a company making a foray into a new arena, so to speak. You know, with a collectible card game. Right. And so they have these guardrails up that they can bounce off of. And, you know, folks are, get up all out of line and all bent out of shape when they hit one of the guardrails, but they're still in the lane. So, and got a good card game. So you cannot argue that point. Okay. So, Toby, thank you for sharing your part of the story between, what happened. I know that it's not easy to share it, but you did. And I thank you for that, for putting yourself out there like that and choosing to do it here with us. I appreciate that. I vicariously through conversation with Sabrina, know that it's been a difficult path for you, but I'm glad that you're here.
Thank you.
And you're always welcome here. So
thank you.
Come back, man. So I got to put you on the spot. You know that, right? I brought it back, Sabrina. I have a card.
Yes, finally.
I kept forgetting it.
Going easy on these people.
So Toby gets to be the guinea pig tonight. Let me get it pulled up. Give me a second here. There's the picture, everybody.
Really
I got to flip through. Got to flip through pictures. Oh, you'll find out. All right, here we go. Right. Here we go. So inspired by, I'm going to leave your picture up while I explain it to everybody. That way you don't have time to look it up. All right. You might have an easy one because it's a card that's been played before.
I know that card.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we're going to see if you know that card. All right. So don't say anything yet. So just to let folks know, this is inspired by me being in a pack rush one time with my friend, and I didn't have my glasses. I thought I knew all the Lorcana cards, but I found out when I didn't have my glasses and couldn't read them, I didn't know them as well as I thought I did. And I'd have to hold up to him and say, what does this card do? Didn't help me when I'm trying to play a game and keep my hands secret from him. But, so what I've got for you tonight, Toby, is I got a card. You'll get to see the image and the name of it because that's all I could make out when I was playing
Poison
Pack
apple,
Rush.
Yep.
Yep. So
Three
Poisoned
costs
Apple.
unequal.
What does this card do, Toby?
It's a 2 cost, or pay 2, tap, banish it, destroy target villain or hero. Hero.
I thought you knew.
Hero character.
You don't even know. You're questioning yourself now. Yeah, come on, you can do this. Let's go. All right.
Yeah, 2 cost, tap, get rid of the item, destroy target hero character.
All right. Let's see how close he is. Do you think he got it, Sabrina? Did he get it?
I have no idea.
You have no idea?
always stump me with these.
It's close. It's
Hey,
close.
it's close. That's the problem, right? Being a judge, close isn't good enough. You need to know the card. You have to, read it. All right, so here we go. Take a bite. Pay 1. Banish this item. You don't have to tap it. You exert chosen character.
It's a princess.
If it's a princess character, you may banish her instead. All
You were
right.
pretty far off.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to count that as a loss.
Yeah, that's fine. I lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely lose that one.
So you think you know the card? That what? That's a good title for this segment. We got to
I think I know the card.
We got
Yeah.
to figure out a title for this segment. Anybody got a suggestion for it? Let us know. We're trying to get titles that kind of are Disney themed. So if you got a good one for this one, this is like our go-to segment now, right? When I remember it. So
You can combine like Wordle and Lorcana somehow. Like if you combine those 2 things.
yeah.
Wordle
I had
Connor.
another take on it where I exposed the rules of the card and you tell me what the card is, but that's too easy, I think.
I would have got that
So,
one.
Yeah, it's but this
I
was
got
what
poison apple.
I think
right.
the flavor text and the name of the abilities makes that too easy.
This one, yep. So
Yeah, this one would have been too easy.
But to be true to what happened to me that inspired it, like I said, I can make out its cost, its picture, and the name of the card, and I was toast after that because those words were all blurry and too small without my glasses. So
Sure.
We have a friend whose daughter plays the game, and when the game first came out, she couldn't quite read. She could kind of read, but not really. And we found out that she was playing them by memory. So
Ooh,
she
my daughter
had to
does
know what
that.
all the cards did so she could play it. It was
Yeah, yep.
crazy. I was so impressed.
My daughter does that, and sometimes I just let it go. Like if she gets it slightly wrong, if she's close, I say, okay, that works for me. We do that at home. That'd
I'm
be cool.
illiterate, so if they didn't have pictures, I was screwed.
Yeah. So, well, all right. So we're coming to the end of our time block real quick. I got to do my typical shout out to Mattified. Hold on one second. Let me pull them up. That's right, folks. Mattified.com. If you haven't seen one of their play mats, I got one and we're going to give it away. But you should check out Mattified.com. They do a great job foiling out play mats. I gotta give a shout out to. Here, I'll just pull this one out right here. So this is the one that we'll give away.
These are really cool looking.
Yeah, I don't know how well people will be able to see it with my camera being as close up as it is. There you go. Ooh, we see that foiling on
nice.
there. Yeah, we're gonna be giving that baby away somehow, somewhere. I'm thinking at Pro Play Summit, Denver.
That'd be cool.
Because I'll be at the scorekeeper table, and Sabrina's going to figure out what they got to do to win it, right, Sabrina?
That's what I've been told. That's what I've been told.
You can hide it. You can hide it on the premises, and then they gotta find it.
Oh, dude,
It's too big.
I want to get a picture of whoever finds it. I know somebody might just find it and turn it into Lost and Found.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So we'll figure out something. Jake, you can't win it. You're an insider. So, so anyways, Toby, thanks again for coming tonight, man. I appreciate it greatly.
Thank you, guys. Always pray for your guys' success.
Thank you. We have a blast. And I thank you for loaning me your time with Sabrina, but I think she just gave that anyway. So, you know, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So,
anytime.
And thank you to everybody who hung out with us in chat tonight. I got to do this. I was taught to do this. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe or click follow. Check out our YouTube channel, Lorcanarama. We also have a Facebook page that I need to learn to use a little bit better. And you can look up Lorcanarama. Now there's 2 in Facebook. Just look for the one that has some followers. So
The
the
logo.
logo. Yeah, look at that logo in the top right corner. That's what you're going to look for, right? We do have a Discord channel. If you look up Lorcanarama, we're not using it to its fullest potential yet, but we will start doing it soon. And keep coming back because we have more stuff we're going to be giving away, and we also just want your participation in chat. And if you watch on YouTube and you make it to the end of the video, one thing I would ask is I'm looking for ideals for local league play to keep it exciting. And we'd like to have folks on to talk about that and things like that. So if you got any great ideas of what your community does, drop them in chat or in the discussion on the YouTube. And I would appreciate that. So with that, Sabrina, you got any parting shots?
Not today.
Not today.
I got nothing.
Yeah. Today was about Toby, right? So Toby, any parting shots for you?
No, I got nothing. Ring the bell.
Ring the bell, right? Ring the bell. That's right.
Ring the bell.
All right. Yeah, maybe in Pro Play Denver, the first person that brings me a foil ring the bell, maybe that's who gets that mat. Let me think
That's
about
a good one.
Yeah.
It got to be a different language than English, though.
Oh, dude, that'd be sweet.
Toby just making it like Black Ops level.
Yeah, you got to make it a little more challenging.
I think it's a fair trade, right? If I'm giving up this matified mat,
right?
I got to get something, right? I got a French. I love the French language. I love France. So let's go with that, right?
They got to give you an Italian one.
Italian. Oh yeah. That I should have talked about that. I missed that chance. Dang it. Never mind.
Another time.
Another
we'll
time.
Have him back to talk about that.
Another time. That's right. You guys can tell me all about that once you guys get back. So, all right. Thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you, Toby. Thank you, Sabrina. And we'll see you all next week.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
All right.